We're going to find out together, but I do want to introduce to everyone the National Association of Seadogs, y'all. You can go ahead and put it on everybody. All right, let me have it. All right, here we go, y'all. So, gentlemen at the desk, I understand the gentleman in the middle is like the head sea dog. Is that true?
Well, I'm the NAS captain of the National Association of Seadogs.
What is this? What is the National Organization of Seadogs?
The National Association of Seadogs actually started off in 1952 as a social advocacy organization, and this was in the colonial era in Nigeria. It was founded by the renowned Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka and 6 others. This was the era where there was a lot of colonial quote-unquote mentality in the country, where people felt that being oneself as a Nigerian was not on, and there was a lot of tribalism going on during the period. So they came up and formed the organization to fight against the ills of society at the time. And it initially started off in University College Ibadan, and from there went on to other universities across the country. But at the moment now, since 1984, we stopped operating within the universities, and we only operate in different branches across the world. We exist in Europe, in America here, obviously in Nigeria. We have members in Australia, in Ireland, and also in Canada.
So, the National Association of Seadogs is based in Nigeria?
Yes, it's based in Nigeria, but we have branches all over the world.
What is the reason for the branches all over the world?
Now, so what we've done is that wherever we find our members in whatever community they are, the Pyrates would be the first to assist the community to achieve its full potential. So our members that are outside of the country have various activities that they do within the community where they are. For example, over here in Atlanta, branch here, the members here has done quite a bit of intervention and social work, particularly with food donation to the Fountain of Hope, and also, they've done the Adopt the Highway, and they do a lot of other various interventions within the community. So that's replicated across different branches outside of Nigeria, and also within Nigeria itself, where we do even more, including medical missions and so on. What we also do is we do more of social advocacy. We're a human rights organization to start with, and then we also look at issues where there have been human rights violations, where we make comments on that. Fairly recently, we intervened in a situation where there have been so many prisoners that have been incarcerated without any court cases or anything like that. So we got involved and got quite a few of them being released, some of them on bail and so on. And most of these people, the only reason why they remained in prison for so long, in years sometimes, is because they just couldn't afford the fine or the bail that was accrued to them. So we've been doing a lot of this over the years, and last year was our 70th anniversary, and we carried out quite a number of interventions in that regard as well.
70 years. How long have you yourself been a member?
I joined when I was 17 years old in 1979, and I've been a member for well over 40 years. I stopped counting at 40 years.
What causes you to to maintain your membership for so long?
The number one reason is the need to ensure that we continue to advocate for a just society. That's what's been keeping me involved, and also we have the brotherhood itself, in terms of we have the relationship that we have amongst ourselves, and we also have a strong emphasis on ensuring that there's also justice, social justice out there.
So have you noticed that there might be just a bit of social injustice here in America?
Well,
just a little bit.
Well, as a matter of fact, there isn't anywhere in the world where there isn't any issue regarding social justice, and there's always the reason and the opportunity to intervene in such cases. And what we also do is we do a lot of advocacy on behalf of those who are voiceless, particularly those who would not otherwise have the opportunity to speak out in the public. So we take on such cases on our own as well.
So let's take a second and go around and introduce everybody.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Abiola Owoaje.
And who are you?
I'm the NAS Capone, which is equivalent to the international president of the organization. As I said earlier on, I've been a member of the organization since 1979, and
I just wanted to make my guest happy.
Yeah, my name is Ani Almona Aluku. I am the Atlanta chapter president, or Atlanta, the Capone of Atlanta Deck.
My name is Adewale.
And to the front of it.
My name is Adewale Hastrop. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Victor Isimeme Ulington.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Sunday Odudu.
My name is Akachuku. That's my first name. Akachuku means hand of God. Aka is hand, Chuku is God. So that's my first name. Then my last name is Onyelobu.
My name is Sahid Adebite Fulami. Sahid is a Muslim name because I'm a Muslim originally, and it simply means lucky, blissful, and witnessed.
Back to the questions. What inspired you to join this organization and work towards humanitarian and equal justice causes in Nigeria? But I want to add to that, do you work for those same causes in other places? Who wants to go first?
Yes, we do. We everywhere you find a member of the National Association of Seadogs, we all believe in the same ethos. We all believe in the same ethos, and we all follow the same principles and the same laid down rules and everything. So we all join for the same reason, and we fight for the same causes. Yes.
Was it founded by one person?
No, there were 6 of them that founded it. They were friends in. There were 7 of them that founded it, plus that's including Professor Wole Soyinka that I mentioned, Professor Wole Soyinka, and 6 others. They were friends in university at the time. They were young men, probably in their teenage years at the time, and that's when it was founded in 1952.
In what ways do you prioritize gender equality and empowerment within your organization's programs and operations?
So what we do, we try as much as possible to do our due diligence within the community. We don't just go out and say, oh, we're doing this and that without really knowing where we're going. But then we collaborate a lot with NGOs all over the world, not just in Nigeria or here in Atlanta. And I can mention quite a few. We identify the projects, we go through the conceptualization, coordination, control, and then just implement with them in full collaboration. And as a matter of fact, the National Association of Seadogs as of 2021 became a recognized UN consultative status organization. So we have that status based on what we do across the world.
So you're recognized by the UN?
Yeah, we do have the consultative status.
Wow. Go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry for interrupting.
So in terms of gender, how do we handle gender equality or inequality? In the last 4 years, one of the focus of the organization actually has been working on the direction has been on equal justice and equality. But what we do mostly is we are, as you can see in the room, we are a male-dominated organization, but we know one of the four compass points for us is the revival of the age of chivalry, where the strong stays in line or stand up for the weak. And one thing we do very well is looking at the family, the women, the children, and we've gone out, we've done programs and projects on domestic violence. Even here in Atlanta, we have collaborated. As of last June, we still had a collaboration with an NGO here in Atlanta on domestic violence, and it goes all around the world.
And let me add a little bit to that in collaborating with other associations, other organizations, presently the Atlanta chapter here, we are working with the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Atlanta to mentor kids that needs that mentoring in their lives.
And when you say mentor, what are the ages? What age does the mentoring start?
Yeah, when you go through the orientation to become a mentor, you'll be asked. You'll be asked at some point what age of kids that you want to mentor as an individual. So for me, when I went through the process, I decided that I wanted to mentor kids from ages 7 through 11. So that's where they look to pair me up with a mentee.
And how many kids do you mentor at a time?
At this point, they are still looking to pair me up, but you can mentor one kid at a time because it's time intensive.
It's a new thing, and just very few people have really advanced as to the stage that he has advanced in. But we are partnering with them, and we're deeply going to be getting everybody to do whatever we need to do to impact the community that we all reside in.
So, do you pick large organizations to go to, or do you say, hey, Bankhead looks like it's in some trouble, let's see what we could do to change Bankhead, and then from that point on, what do you do? I mean, explain the process.
So just as was mentioned earlier on, when we are within a particular community, particularly where our members are in the different branches, the first thing is to actually identify what problems are within the society.
So let's play this out. Let's role play a little bit.
Right.
So the problem is unemployment. The problem is a large percentage of mental illness concentrated in one area and no help being provided. I'll give you an example. You have people that really need mental help, but the police are called because the police aren't trained. All they know is force. So you're taking somebody that probably needs to be back on his meds and you're treating him like a criminal. Is that something that you could look at to take in as a project?
Well, what we actually do, we do more of advocacy itself rather than that kind of hands-on approach with people. So in situations where if we had identified a lot of mental health issues within a particular community and so on, what we'll try to do is to see why there's no help being given to them, and then we advocate for that help.
And that's the question I was trying to ask. How do you go about doing that?
Well, we will first of all identify what the issues are. Perhaps it's funding issues, perhaps it's just infrastructure issues.
From what I understand, the part of the hospital that used to take care of them closed, so they just put everybody on the streets.
Right. So that's both funding and infrastructure. So we'll have to lobby we go into the government ministries and so on to try and figure out what the issues are. We try and see what the budget has been allocated for those sort of things, and then we will then start an advocacy campaign to ensure that this is restored in the community itself. Sometimes this takes quite a while. For example, we had been doing some work on women's health, particularly young, when we discovered in a certain area in Lagos where there was a lot of births, stillbirths and so on. So we had had a discussion with the local hospital, and they made it known to us that there was a shortage of staff and so on. And I'm not quite sure whether you're aware, there's been a lot of flight of a brain drain out of Nigeria for quite a while now, and the hospitals are understaffed and under-resourced, and we try as much as possible to advocate on this particular issue and let the government know that they need to do a lot of recruitment to hospitals to turn around the situation that is going on right there.
Wow. I got some bad news. I was told that this was to be a 30-minute show, and we're kind of like at 25 minutes right now. I have a question. Do you live in Atlanta?
No, I don't. I actually live in Nigeria. I'm actually here
Because
for the
reason I'm saying this show today, it intrigued me. But the reason for the radio station, the things that you're doing, is actually the reason that the radio station exists. My question is, would any of you be willing to come on maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, and just give an update of what Seadogs are doing, where they're, I didn't know anything about you. And as worldly as I am, I'm sure there are other people that didn't know as well. But I do want to get the word out. I just think there's so much in here that we haven't covered, that we're not going to be able to cover.
Speaking to what we were talking about before in terms of collaboration and how we go about our interventions, it varies, and we're all here. Abiola Owaje, for example, is here in Atlanta because we're having the 28th convention of our chapters outside Nigeria, the international chapters. So we're having that convention, and what we also do is the local chapters pick a local charity organization to support. And then we just have a Red Ball, have dinner, and raise funds for them. We've done this for 11. This is the 11th edition. That will happen on Friday at the Crown Plaza, Atlanta Northeast, Norcross. And for this particular edition of that Red Ball, the NAS Charity Red Ball, as we call it, we're raising funds for the Breast Health Angel Foundation. That's a foundation founded by a breast cancer survivor. And I mean, it's breast cancer and it's about women and all of that. That's also something that we try to do and focus on. So we're going to have that fundraising on Friday evening at the Crown Plaza. We've done it for autistic children. We've done it for street children. We've done it, we actually raised funds for the Sick Kids Foundation in Canada 2 years ago. Last year we were in London raising funds for Autism Unseen, an organization, a local organization in UK. So this year we're here in Atlanta and we're doing it for the Breast Health Angel Foundation in Atlanta.
Wonderful. Take a second and let people know if they want to donate. If they want, is the organization open to anyone to join?
Yeah, it certainly is. Obviously, what we are interested in is people who are of like minds. We have our website, which is www.nas-org-int.org. So a lot of information about who we are is on the website, and we, like we said earlier on, because it's an organization that is founded in Nigeria. A lot of the focus is on Nigeria's good governance and so on, but since we've moved out of the country by having branches all over the world, we also look into all of these situations in other countries as well. So people who are interested in our mission and vision, which is stated on our website, and they want to collaborate with us or be members of the organization, can always come forward for that.
And give the website one more time.
It's www.nas-int.org.
NAS-INT.org.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, I'm sorry that this has gone by so quick. Listen, I want to thank everybody that's here. Again, you are all welcome back, either as a group or individually, anytime you feel a need. I'm on the radio from 3 to 4. Well, I keep that space available Tuesday through Friday. I usually don't make it in here until about Wednesday or Thursday. But if you're here and you want to get on the radio, I'll turn it on, and we can just continue on. I think what you guys are doing is beyond awesome. But anyway, thank you again. I want to thank everybody that's listening on reallyrealradio.com. For those of you that are watching on Facebook, get in touch with these guys. They're making a big difference, not only in Nigeria, not only in Atlanta,
Thomas.
but in the world.